What's up? Honor Hammer 20. Hold on. To give my normal opening, I'd be the normal Honor Hammer 26. But today I have the pleasure of reviewing, no, not all 5, just WrestleMania 9. I'll show you the disc of the crappiness. Yay. This is fun. WrestleMania 9, yeah. And you're wondering why I don't have the actual thing. Do you think it deserves more of my money? No, it doesn't. Anyway. This show is more than unwatchable. On my scale, if a show has good production values, but is still unwatchable, it gets a 2. If you look at the rating, it's a 1.5. My reasoning for that is that I've never watched a show before. I saw this a couple years ago. Actually, let me explain that first. I bought all 4 anthology sets when I came back in 05. Watched like every single one. That's how I've seen it. Saw Romania. I haven't watched some of them since. One of them was this. For a couple of them stuck out in my mind is Bad Ones. 2, 9, and 11. Still haven't watched 2 and 11 since then. This is my first time watching one of the quote-unquote bad ones since I got these sets in 2005. Since then, I learned about all the star ratings, became a diehard fan, Ring of Honor, all that good stuff. This show is so fucking terrible. When I said bad, it could have meant there was something good on it. The only thing good on this card, I still had a problem with. And everything else was shit after shit after shit and more shit. And then they decided to multiply by about 1,000. This show is fucking terrible. By far the worst WrestleMania. Because I think if I watched 11 or 2 again, I think they'd still have some decent stuff on it. Or some stuff that wouldn't make me absolutely want to kill myself. Well, not to kill myself, but you get the point. Alright, Shawn Michaels Tatanka, 3 stars. It was a good match. I mean, it was a good opener for WrestleMania. By far not the best opener, and it's kind of an average opener for WrestleMania, because they kind of really do a good job with these lately. But it ended in count out after an 18-minute long, drawn-out Intercontinental title match. Not what you do at WrestleMania. Now, by the way, everybody was dressed up in like Roman outfits because it took place at Caesar's Palace in Las Vegas. It came off so bad. Like, not good. Which actually didn't help the show, as you would imagine. It hurt it even more. Then we got the Headshrinkers versus the Steiner brothers. The Headshrinkers, ugh. I don't like them. I didn't like them at all. Thank God I've never seen more of them. Just they had a couple matches on random DVDs around that time. I think I've only seen like 2 of their matches ever. I'm glad. The Steiner brothers are good. Yeah, the one that actually were good. Star 3/4, nothing much though. Then we got a terrible match. Crush and Doink the Clown. Doink the Clown is heel. It sucks. He's bad. I don't like him as a face either. So this is just, ugh. And then Crush, Bryan Adams. He looked okay here, but just the combination, not very good. Dud. One of the 3 on the card. I don't think I've ever rated a show with 3 duds before. Maybe I've ever had 2. I don't know. Then we got a surprisingly not dud. Ramon and Bob Backlund. This match was actually decent for the time it went, but it went like 5 minutes and there were some botches and just, not my cup of tea. Star 1/4, even though I am a fan of Ramon. Not the Scott Hall stuff, but I liked Ramon back in the 90s. I like that gimmick. Bob Backlund, just, I don't know. Star 1/4. And we got the Money Inc., IRS, Mike Rotunda, and Ted DiBiase versus the Mega Maniacs, Hulk Hogan and Bruce Beefcake. This went like 20 minutes and ended like in some weird fashion. Screw job. I don't really remember. I think it might have been disqualification. I'm not sure. I just remember that there was a screw job ending the money and kept the belts. Yeah. Long drawn out and bad. Not what I call fun, but still there was some good stuff in it, even though it was crappy. Star 3/4. Ugh. This show gives me a headache. This review is tough to do, as you guys can tell. Ugh. And when I wanted to review this, I wanted to maybe make a comedy video, but I realized I didn't care about the show enough to make a comedy video. And I thought I'd just rant my ass off, but then I didn't care enough to even do that. So I'm just going to do a lackluster review, because that's what the show is to me. Alright. I'm not surprised if anybody's not watching by now, but I don't care. Lex Luger, Mr. Perfect. This is the not good Lex Luger, the narcissist Lex Luger. Mr. Perfect I'm a fan of, but he just did not look good here. Gotta be honest. Star and a quarter. Nothing much besides that. Then we got Giant Gonzalez in all of his glory versus The Undertaker, who I'm a huge fan of, for obvious reasons. Undertaker doesn't really usually work well with men that are bigger than him. Hence the Great Khali series of matches, even though they somehow have a good match in their feud. This match is one of the worst WrestleMania matches I can remember. And there's 2 other really bad WrestleMania matches on the card, but I gotta give this because this was given time and it was terrible. Ugh. Oh my god, so bad. This was fucking terrible. Ugh. I don't remember seeing a worse Undertaker match than this. I don't, honestly. Dud. Which is saying something because Undertaker has a lot of good matches in his career, but this is probably the worst match of his career. Didn't pick a good night to have it. Then we got the main event, Bret Hart versus, or we thought the main event, Bret Hart versus Yokozuna. Really? As your main event? Like, this did not make Bret Hart look that good at all. Yeah, this is putting Bret Hart over. Perfect thing to do was to have him beat Yokozuna, solidify him as a great champion. Then you have Mr. Fuji throws some shit in Bret Hart's eyes, and Yokozuna gets a pin that way to supposedly end WrestleMania. And as craptastic as that sounds, it got even worse. Yay. We got Yokozuna and attacking Bret Hart, leading Hulk Hogan to come out and challenge Yokozuna, which made Bret Hart look really stupid. And Yokozuna, after winning the title, had a title defense right afterwards and held it 21 seconds, basically. Hulk Hogan, leg drop and wins the belt. As great as a moment as that is at the time, and that would have drawn, as a diehard fan, this might be the stupidest moment I had ever seen to end the worst show in my life. This show gets a 1.5. The lowest I'd ever given a show as a diehard fan before that wasn't Evolve, which I give it 5.75. You saw my review with Nightmare and Chase. This has got to be the worst show I've ever seen in my life. Worse than any Ring of Honor show I've ever seen. As bad as some TNA pay-per-views have been, I don't remember ever rating one this low. I've seen some bad CCW stuff, and never rated a show this low. Yeah, this has got to be the worst show I've ever seen. And I'm here to share it with all of you. Yay. Oh well. I should be back to my normal self on Friday with my Shimmer Volume 28 review. And trust me guys, you're going to want to see that review because there's a match on there that is very, very interesting. And I have something to show you guys on Friday as well. Something that came in the mail today. I usually don't talk about things that came in the mail, but I'm very, very excited for it, and you'll have to see why. I'll see you guys then.